Hello and a warm welcome to Federal special program Capital Beat. Let's talk about Haryana because now the dates of the polling are nearing and now there are reports of rifts within Congress between Sirsa MP Kumari Shelja and Bhupinder Hooda. Now there were reports that Shelja had distanced herself from the campaign. She did not attend the meeting the day the manifesto was released, and there were speculations that she's angry over the distribution of tickets. But just a short while back, Kumari Shelja has spoken to the press and she's saying that she'll be seen doing the campaign for the Congress very soon. And these are just rumors spread by the BJP. Now, and in fact, Manohar Lal Khattar, former Chief Minister of Haryana, also had invited her to join BJP. So, but what's the real situation in Haryana as far as this factionalism is concerned? And has the central leadership of Congress been able to douse this fire? That's $1 million question. And many people say that if this feud continues, then Congress will really have a tough going in Haryana. So let's begin the discussion. Joining me now is Anil Tyagi, who's the editor-in-chief of G-Files and the prominent political commentator and journalist. Thank you so much for joining. We have Anita Katyal, senior journalist and political commentator, joining us. I'll come to Anita. These reports of rifts within Haryana Congress, rift between Bhupinder Singh Hooda and Kumari Shelja. What is the latest really on this, Anita? And has the fire really been doused? Is Congress leadership, central leadership able to control what has happened?
I'm not sure that it has been able to control this fire. But I think Shelja, what she has done by staying away from the campaign for so many days, she's made a point. You know, she has made it clear that she's unhappy, not that she's going to leave the party, but she has conveyed her views and her sentiments to the party, which actually have been very well known, not just now, but for a long time. The factions between Hooda, the factional battle between the Hooda camp and the Shelja camp of individuals is not something new. It has been going on for years now. And it was bound to intensify when the selection of candidates is underway. And this happens all the time. And every time, tickets are distributed, there are problems. Different people are buying for candidates tickets for their respective supporters. So it happens. But in this particular case, I think the central leadership did give a free hand to Hooda. Maybe to some extent it was understandable, but it is also up to the central leadership to do a balancing act. You have to take into account the interests of all the different factions. And generally, one has felt that the Hooda faction has always been given weightage over the others. And this is exactly what seems to have happened now. She is unhappy because I think her supporters have got only about, I think she's got 10 tickets or 12 tickets. I think Anil would bear me out on this. Maybe 10 to 13. I'm not sure, but
nine tickets.
Nine. Okay. So this, I think, and Anil, the denial of a ticket to her very close confidant, Anil Chaudhary, has really kind of triggered this whole storm. So, I mean, she has said that she's not leaving the party and Congress is in her veins and in her blood and so on and so forth. But the fact of the matter is that if this message goes across, and it has gone across, and the BJP is obviously fishing in troubled waters, and why wouldn't they do it? Khattar has said she's welcome to join us. Amit Shah today has said that, look at the way Shelja is being treated. And this and the whole thing then revolves around Dalits, because as the Dalit face of the Congress, then BJP gets an opportunity to target Congress and accuse them and charge it of not giving due respect to Dalits. And Dalit vote is very crucial for both the BJP and the Congress. It's
right. But this point which you made, the Dalit vote is very crucial for Congress in Haryana, and you sideline a Dalit leader. Anil, I'll come to you, and then again I'll come back to you, Anita, on this. Is it really going to impact Congress in any way? If Kumari Shelja has been sidelined, of course, for cameras now, everything is okay. Randeep Surjewala has come out and made a statement that now she'll set off on the campaign from 26th of September, and all these reports are coming out now that everything looks normal. But are the things really, really so easy, and how will it really impact the Dalit votes in Haryana?
See, the Dalits are near about 28 to 32% are there. Out of that, 38% vote was Congress got in the last 2024 election, in the Lok Sabha election. And there is some dissension, over ambitiousness by the Shelja and the Randeep Surjewala in this election. But I ask very pertinent question from your platform. If Shailaja was so serious about for the chief ministership, why she contested the election, Lok Sabha election? Why you want to have all the sweets in your hand all the time? Why you just forbid others' claim on the Sirsa when you were contesting the Lok Sabha election, and when you were knowing that assembly elections are going to be there? Shailaja should have told from the beginning to the High Command that I am the chief ministerial candidate. I don't want to fight. Whether you want to give me the ticket in the assembly, that is your wish, but I will not fight the Lok Sabha election. Her claim would have been much more justified, number one. Number two, Shailaja is representing herself as a Dalit. What she has done for the Dalits? The Ghaggar river of the Sirsa is contaminated for last 5 years. Has she raised a voice? The whole city is just smelling like a rat. The Sirsa, has she done anything for the last 5 years? The Hisar farmers are sitting on the Dharta for the insurance claims. Has she done anything? Hisar airport farmers are sitting on the Dharna. Has she done anything? Nidana village of the Khattar, where the people are sitting for last 1.5 years on the Chakbandi issue, has she done anything? No. That is a deliberate attempt to eliminate the Congress efforts not to come to the power in this state and create a confusion among the minds of the people. Why Randeep Singh Surjewala is claiming and entering into the fray of the chief ministership? Why he got the Rajya Sabha ticket from the Rajasthan? He should have told, no, I will fight the assembly ticket. Let me complete. I will come your Dalit point. Let me complete. See, what I am just surprised, the BJP channel, you go the journalist, you go and you say, no, High Command will decide the chief ministerial candidate, and this Khadge, Sonia Gandhi, and all this thing. Shailaja basically in Haryana is known as a Delhi baby, looking after Sonia's interest and party's interest. And she go on an official visit sometime to Haryana. She has a house in Hisar and Sirsa. She is not very active in Haryana politics on the ground zero level. She said she has been MP from Ambala and Sirsa 4 times MP. That is on a default mode, because Congress party does not have the woman faces, Dalit faces there in the state. She got the ticket. What's so great in it? You tell me.
No, but
and when she was let me complete. When she was not sure that she can win the Ambala seat this time, because against Banto Devi, then she shifted from Sirsa. See, this is just like puncturing the chances and the scope of Mr. Hooda's effort. It's nothing more, nothing less. There is no. Why BJP is so darling, and why Mayawati, what she has talked about last 10 years in about Dalits in Haryana, why she is tweeting that the Congress party is just not protecting the rights of the Dalits, and whenever the chances come, they don't protect. She has tweeted 3 tweets today. Why so affection and the love with the Dalits of Haryana? What she has done? Has she visited any time in Dalit? Has she visited the Nu? Has she visited the other places? See, these are all opportunistic forces which has been motivated, compelled to intervene, to sabotage the chances of the Congress party. That is nothing more, nothing less. And
No,
I think,
right. No,
yeah,
no.
yeah, please, sir.
Asking. No, you were saying that these are opportunistic forces, but in context with what Kumari Shelja's stance has been, Anita, I would want to ask you that do you think that Kumari Shelja is also being opportunist? She's making an unrealistic demand, and if she's angry, and of course she wants to see herself projected as the CM. So, are these demands unrealistic? And how would she now see herself in Congress? Because each time she'll flex her muscles and then the party will try and douse the fire. Then again, for a few days or few months, she'll be fine. Then again, she'll flex her muscles. So this has become a permanent feature, as far as Haryana Congress is concerned.
I agree with you on that. That this is, but as I mentioned earlier, this is it's an ongoing thing. It's nothing new which has come up now, and it will continue, and it's not going to end now. But these little flare-ups happen, and especially during elections, they are bound to happen. So I agree with Anil that okay, she doesn't have the kind of hold or which say maybe the Hudas have, kind of support base. But she does have a support base. You need to consolidate the Jat and the Dalit votes.
No, but Ali,
no, Anilu, I'll tell you one thing. It's also a matter of perception. If this perception goes up, I agree that maybe she's, that maybe she's being over-ambitious, and why not? People you're in politics, you're bound to be ambitious. Everybody, I mean, he's talked about Mayawati. Why wouldn't Mayawati or Amit Shah or Khattar fish in troubled waters? Congress would do the same if their roles were reversed. So this is just part and parcel of the political game, This happens all the time. One shouldn't be surprised at that.
No, but Anita, what I want to ask you is that when you compare Kumari Shelja with Bhupinder Huda, doesn't Kumari Shelja understand her limitations? And if she understands those limitations, then she should also understand the party will obviously give more control to Bhupinder Huda. Doesn't she understand this?
See, everybody's got their ambitions. When it comes to elections, and then it's also a matter of survival and the kind of, if you feel whatever little base you have is also being eroded, then you're going to fight for it. So, and everybody fights for it. I mean, Anil spoke about Randeep Surjewala, that what has he done and all that. Randeep Surjewala's interest was getting a ticket for his son. Now that his son has got a ticket, he's pretty okay. He's not kind of so upset or angry as he was initially when he joined hands with Kiran Chaudhary and Selja and him. They kind of formed this grouping called SRK, and they were fighting the Huda camp. So he's happy with that little bit that the center or the central leadership has given him the ticket, and he's okay. Selja is unhappy. I think maybe if her protege, the Chaudhary, had got the ticket, maybe she wouldn't have been so upset and angry. So these are little things, compromises that need to be made, provided, of course, you have to also see the interest of the party. I mean, if the party felt that, okay, Selja's choice is not right, or he's not going to win the seat, then maybe it was okay. It was okay, but then you have to build on it. You have to make a case for it, and you have to take her into confidence, and there's a process for it. So you just don't let matters go, especially when elections are just around the corner.
Right, but since Manohar Lal Khattar, Anil, he said that he's invited Kumari Shelja to join BJP. Now, obviously, BJP will try and capitalize on this rift. But do you think that BJP really can gain advantage out of this rift? And will Kumari Shelja really give BJP a chance to, gain at her cost?
See, Shelja has been very categorically in a BJP-sponsored television and with Godi Media anchor that मेरी लाश तिरंगे कांग्रेस के तिरंगे में लिपट के जाएगी मेरे फादर की तरह से. My dead body will be wrapped in tricolor of the Congress party, and I am not going anywhere. She said aspiration should be there. I am the aspirant candidate. Let the party decide. Let the high command decide. I agree with Anita that aspiration should be there. Every politician has aspirations. There is no harm in it. लेकिन वो ऐसे it is like this. Whenever the marriage is there, you do so many nakras within the family. The marriage takes place, but the interest and the joy and the happiness is spoiled. That is the thing they are doing it, which is not acceptable and which should not be there. And I am sorry. I am talking very serious thing. Anita will agree. I do not know, Anita. I have traveled Haryana for last year extensively, almost 90 constituencies. See, Haryana is in a crisis. 1,000 schools have been closed. Dispensaries has been closed. Hospitals has been closed. What an unfortunate part in this millennium town, Faridabad. A MNC's man died there in the flood recently. And can you believe a millennium city you call Gurgaon? There is no civil hospital. Civil hospital is under construction for last 10 years. I would have been happy. The Shailaja would have said, let the NE be the chief minister. I will work for the state and I will provide the facilities to the citizens. These politicians are just the suckers, power suckers of the people and just greedy. This scene will change in 10 years because people will not forget it. People are tolerating it. And people are just giving the thumping reply to the BJP's misrule that Dalit, no Dalit, BJP, no BJP. BJP is going to be wiped out from the state. That is a clear message. Khattar, no Khattar. Even Khattar can't go. I have said in many channels, wherever Khattar will go, the deposit of the candidate will be forfeited. And the rest. After serving the 10 years, you are nowhere in the posters. Nobody wants to call you as the speaker. What Khattar claims? It's a one-way affair. You are inviting other party leaders to join the party and that leader is making a mockery on your invitation. What a pity. Tomorrow Khattar can say Rahul Gandhi is joining on the 25th September. The Bharatiya Janata Party, can anybody believe?
No, but Mr. Tyagi, which means that BJP really has a tough going in Haryana, and whatever they are trying to capitalize or make hay out of this rift of factionalism, it's basically a non-issue. How important will be this issue of factionalism between Bhupinder Hooda and Kumari Shailaja? Can BJP really beat it up into a big campaign against Congress, or they lose out?
Just let's listen very carefully what I am saying. Number one, there is a vote of the Congress party. Congress party's leader is Hooda. Hooda has been working within 10 years. Even people were asking why Rahul Gandhi is not going. There is no vote of Rahul Gandhi in the Congress party, Rahul Gandhi in Haryana. People are basically fighting this election against BJP. And Congress is a consolidating point. That is the fact. Congress is a rallying around point in this election to wipe out the BJP. People are angry. That has been the trend in Haryana. Haryana goes in one way. It doesn't go in two way. Earlier I was saying, I was on the doubt that on the GT road, the BJP will come. Somebody called me from Chandigarh, Tyagi Saab, there is no BJP on GT road this time. They are clear. They are losing Panchkula, they are losing Ambala, they are losing the Gharonda, they are losing Karnal, they are losing Panipat, they are losing Sonipat. I can count you 90 constituencies out of that where they are winning in some of the constituencies. Had they been so confident, you tell me why Savitri Jindal would have contested the election from Hisar? Can you believe a woman who has been fourth richest woman of the country can be denied the ticket? Why they have aligned with the BSP, Abhay Singh Chautala, Dushyant Chautala with Chandrasekhar? Can you believe? It's a joke. Chandrasekhar, who is a one-time MP who could not save his MP constituency with a thin margin, is having allies in Haryana. Do you think Haryana people are tougher? No, they are very intelligent people. Do they think they can divide the people in the caste on the name of the Dalits, Agada, Pichda, Baniya, Punjabi? No. Issue is the misrule, misgovernance. They have made the life of the people miserable in the state. I think that is the issue, and people are not understanding. But Haryana is very loud and clear. You see the comments on the videos which are there in Haryana, then you can gauge the meter. You know what is the mood of the people. Social media posts, whichever they are there. I am reading the people comments. People are very clear, candid. Though there are some BJP people also, but these BJP has got tons of money. They have the Godi media. They have Godi anchors. Can you believe it? The social media, the YouTubers, the young boys. The pity of this media has come to so level. 500 rupees for one lecture. For one day for 2,000 rupees. 5,000 rupees live. That is the kind of the journalism and the issue raised by our people, our friends, and our fraternity. Can you see? I'm very sad about this. I'm telling you, because we talk very seriously. Anita agree also with this. It is not the style to fight the election. We have seen many elections there in the country.
Right. So let me come for the final question to Anita, and then after this, I'll wind up the show. That factionalism exists within Congress. There is factionalism within BJP. But whenever factionalism story comes out, people just start talking about Bhupinder Hooda versus Kumari Shelja. And this becomes the main headline carried by all the newspapers, carried by all the TV and other sources of media. So what would you really say now that this factionalism story within Congress is something that is very, very routine, and I guess media tries to give some extraordinary weightage to this. But the problem is more rampant and more serious in BJP.
Oh, I agree with you. In fact, I wanted to come to that. That if Congress has its own problems, BJP is, is also has all these issues of leaders fighting. As we had in an earlier show, we did a show on rebellion within the BJP. And I was reading somewhere that privately, BJP leaders in Haryana are also admitting to say that they've never seen this kind of rebellion in the past year. I mean, the scale is quite unprecedented. And as I mentioned earlier, it's primarily also because the central leadership is weak. So their people are speaking out, they are more vocal, and they are willing to leave the party also, and or fight as independents, or just not contribute to the, or even sabotage an election. So it has gone. And then there are also chief ministerial aspirants over there, whether it's Anil Vij, who's come out and said that why not me? Why can't I be a chief ministerial, considered as the chief minister, future chief minister? And similarly with Inderjeet Singh Rao, he has said that he's not been accepted by the BJP. He's always considered an outsider, but he has his kind of credentials are very much there to see, and he has the wherewithal to take on this post. So all those issues are also there. So every party has these problems. So it's not unique. It's not new. It kind of, they simmer through the years. But every time an election comes, they come to the fore and they intensify because there's so much at stake. So which is, I feel, to some extent, yes, it is normal.
But one final question, and then I'll wind up the show to you, Anita, that do you think the writing is very, very clear on the wall that BJP is really losing out in Haryana and there's no two ways about it?
I think Anil has kind of given a very explicit answer to that, because he has traveled quite widely over there. And from all reports, it appears so. And which is why I think these desperate attempts are being made to say, okay, Dalits are not being respected. And I think there is something else about the guarantees of the Congress guarantees on for the job schemes and all. Something is being said about that, that they're kind of disparaging it. So this is all part of the game, like I said. But I agree. You know, it is this time caste is a factor. Caste is always a factor in every state, in every election. There is no question about that. But yes, in this case, 10 years of anti-incumbency is the primary factor in this election. And people are waiting to vote them out. Like this, I think I was reading somewhere, na, Jawan, Kisan, and Pehelwan. These are the three factors which are working against the BJP and in favor of Congress.
Anita and Nilu, what I want to say from your thing that Haryanvis should think on three issues, leaving the caste, creed, and all this humdrum of the politics, which is this all dirty politicians are doing. They have to think in this election whether there will be permanent jobs in the state in the next 10 years or not. Whether there will be education remain there on the next 10 year or not, whether the health will be provided by the state or not. If these three things are wiped out, you keep on mingling with the caste or Dalits and all that, the state will be destroyed. So the people have to be very careful while voting, I'm telling you.
Absolutely. So we'll wind up the show here. Thank you so much, Mr. Tyagi. Anita, it was wonderful having you on the program. And one appeal to the viewers who are watching this discussion, subscribe to our channel, send us a feedback, and stay tuned to The Federal. Thank you.